Hey everybody, so I just got finished having this massive argument with someone online over one of the videos that I posted about how bad does it have to get before you prep. And I am a born-again Christian. I'm hoping I've made that clear so far. And having said that, I don't have fear in the future for the future of what it has coming. I'm aware of what's coming because I've read my Bible and I've studied my Bible and I know what's coming. Do I know the timing of the rapture? Not exactly. I have my own belief in when that's coming. Do I think we're going to see some rough times before that? Yes. We aren't guaranteed to not see bad times before we're taken out of this world. And I think it's foolish to drive without car insurance. I think it's foolish to not have health insurance if you can. These days, it's so expensive. I don't know how people can afford to have it without their employer providing it. And I think that might be short-lived for a lot of us. We might be losing that. Having said that, I also grocery shop, for like a month in advance and sometimes longer. So I don't have to keep going back. When you buy a pack of something at the store, it'll come with like 6 or 8 or 10 because they're assuming you're going to use it and reuse it. You don't go buy food that has one item in it at a time because you'd be going back all the time. My point is, you're already preparing. You're already preparing in a way. This person was very, very condescending, suggesting that I walk with the devil because I can't serve two masters, and that I am serving fear and faith, and that says that I'm walking with the devil. And she did have some scriptures that she quoted, and I quoted back to her. For a moment, I thought, okay, this could be an iron sharpens iron moment, but it turned into something ugly because the minute she was sending me scripture, she was posting the fist emoji. And I asked her, why are you posting that with a fist to a fellow believer? So obviously this person is not the kind of person that I want to indulge conversations like that with. I think she probably knows it all. Just ask her. And my opinion on people who know it all is they may as well just go crumple up in a corner. We are all learning until the day we die. I have things to learn. I would say that she has things to learn, but I don't think she was willing to have that conversation. So she has her beliefs, and I did tell her that. I said, look, we just disagree. You don't prep. I get it. You don't feel there's a need, and I get it. That's fine. I personally feel that it's irresponsible and not at all cool to suggest that someone who's prepping is walking with the devil because they're not having faith. Well, Proverbs 22 verse 3 says that a prudent man who sees fear should prepare for it. A smart man would prepare for it. In the news, we've got Iran in a position where they can close the Strait of Hormuz. And if they do that, that is such a huge supply chain hub. If they do it, they can get to a point where they're so tired of being pummeled by Israel that they try to strong arm America and other nations to comply with them. And if we don't, they could close that strait. We've got strikes. There's a lot of insecurity. It's like putting gas in your car for the whole week. You know you're going to need it. You know you're going to need Band-Aids, and you know you're going to need shampoo and medications, and you're going to need food, for any time. Am I saying to go buy out the whole store? No. No, I'm saying to be smart and not waste your money and save your food. And if you have scraps, try to find a way to reuse them and repurpose them, which is just good stewardship. I think these are all things that we need to keep in mind. Someone did say that God helps those who help themselves. That's actually not biblical. It is not in the Bible. God helps those who cannot help themselves. I do think there's repercussions to God helping people who won't help themselves. I don't assume that, you're going to just have this big box of food delivered every single day during what could be a Great Depression. And, well, there you go. God delivered me a box of food every day. I'm not putting God in a box and saying he can't do that. But I'm saying, what do you need? What do you need? Are you looking for a sign from God? Because only fools do that. We don't need to look for a sign like that. We have the whole Bible as a sign. The entire Bible is explaining to us to be prepared every single day for what? For what may come. Persecution, hard times, illnesses, everything. Everything you could think of, the Bible discusses a preparedness for. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. Death, everything. Everything. So when someone tells me you're having a spirit of fear, and I chuckle because I'm not afraid. I'm not. I look every day for my Savior. I want to see the signs that the prophets longed to see. That Daniel said, explain this. And he says, no, Daniel, close up the books. These are not for you to know right now. That's not for your time. He longed to understand what he saw. And we get to live in these times, which are insane. Absolutely incredible. So what are you going to do every day about that? Knowing the time and signs we live in, you should be telling everybody you know and everybody you don't about Jesus Christ coming back. Use the signs of the times as a catalyst to have that conversation. Now, going beyond that, if you're preparing, which you should be especially if you have unsaved family. If you have unsaved family and friends and you've been telling them for years, months, days about the times that are coming upon us, because the Bible tells us we will be living in tumultuous times. And those times start to come, and your friends and your family, your unsaved people, they come to you and they're like, well, what are we going to do? What do we do now? And you could tell them, let's not fear. I've prepared for this and I'll share what I have with you. Because I knew this was coming. How did I know? I'm not a prophet. I read my Bible and I studied my Bible. That's how I knew. And that's a testament to them. Your faith was right. To do nothing. I'm all about prayer. So people say, well, I'm going to pray. I'm just going to trust in the Lord. And I'm all about that. Trusting in the Lord is also trusting that if he's telling you to buy food for your family for the week, why wouldn't you buy it for the month or a little bit further along? You buy firewood for the winter. You buy jackets for the winter. I just don't understand. But I don't want to judge her. That's her. I do hope that someone in her circle is preparing to help her and her family and friends when this stuff starts to happen, because we know it's going to. How do we know? Well, the Bible tells us we will see tumultuous times in the end of days. When do the end of days begin? Well, Paul was calling them the end times back in the day. You should always be looking for those things to happen. You should always be aware of what's going on in the world so that you can support and prepare your family. Not out of fear, but out of faith, that I can trust that the Bible is correct. I trust that the Lord loves me. He told me these times were going to come, so what would I do? What do I do about it? Well, I can prepare. Your church probably has a pantry. Think about it like that. Your church has a church pantry, and they do that to help people who are in trouble. help people who are in need. What's the difference if you do it at home? Anyhow, I hid her from the channel because I don't need that kind of drama in my life. That made me more upset than worried about what's going on in the world. I'm less worried about that than I am a confrontation with a potential fellow Christian and having to, she totally insulted me that I was walking with the devil. She doesn't know me at all. Only based on the assumption because I said that we should be prepping. That was enough for her to say I'm walking hand in hand with the devil. Please don't let people discourage you. Please don't. If you feel and you're adamant that you should not do anything in terms of prepping, that's fine. If that's you and that's what your conviction, but I'm saying out of respect for you right now, if that's your conviction, then don't. And I respect you for it. I do hope you have people in your life that are, so they could help you, because I'm not convinced things are uncertain. But I would hope that other people would have that same respect, because I had just said it in that video that people will talk to you like you're a freak if you prep. And that is not just unbelievers. That's also believers. There are fellow believers in the church that will mock you. Absolutely mock you. Don't let it discourage you. If you feel a conviction in your soul that you need to prepare for your family as best you can, please do it. Don't ignore it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm totally thrashed. I've barely gotten off and started with the day, but this is what my life was this morning. So I thought I would just talk to you guys, anybody who saw that conversation, and please don't let it discourage you. Don't let it discourage you, okay? You're not any less of a Christian or a believer, or you don't love the Lord any less just because you bought some canned goods, okay? It's all right. You buy them canned goods. Man. All right, you guys, we'll talk again later. Like, share, subscribe if you want. Please share with like-minded people who might be discouraged. Okay? Bye.